Hello everyone and welcome to my beginner's DDLC modding tutorial. This is going to be a complete beginner's guide on how to make your own DDLC mod. I'm going to assume you have no coding experience at all, although if you do have some experience, it's going to make some parts of this a lot easier. This is also going to be a Windows guide, so if you're using Linux or macOS, some things you might have to change a little bit, but I believe most of it is very similar. In this first episode, we're just going to install all of the tools that we need, so that in the second episode we can get straight into coding. Okay, so first of all, we need a folder to hold all of our files. Now, it's important that this folder is not inside OneDrive. OneDrive is Microsoft's cloud-based storage service, and depending on how your Windows install is set up, some places like your desktop, for example, might be inside OneDrive. For example, I can check that my desktop isn't inside OneDrive because the path to it does not have the word OneDrive on it. So you want to make sure that this folder that you create, or the path to this folder that you create, does not have the word OneDrive in it. If you want to be 100% sure that you're doing it correctly, you can just create this folder on the root folder of your C drive, just right here. But because I know that my desktop is okay, I'm just going to create it on my desktop. I'm just going to call it DDLC modding. The name doesn't really matter. And inside this folder, I'm going to create another folder called projects. And for now, we can put this aside. Next, we want to download Visual Studio Code. All the links to all the things that I'm going to download in this video will be in the description, so you can just go down to the description and click all the links. So to start, Visual Studio Code, it's a code editor and it will make it a lot easier for us to write our code. Just going to click download for Windows and open it. Just going to install it in its default place. I am going to suggest that you tick both these options. I think they're very useful. I'll show you why later. And install. And we can launch Visual Studio Code. So in your case, if you're opening Visual Studio Code for the first time, I believe a setup screen will appear that will ask you to choose things like the theme and similar stuff, but because I have already installed it before, it's not asking me, but you can go ahead and do that. What we want to do here is go to here, these extensions, and search for RenPy. And we want to install this one here called RenPy Language 8.3 Plus. Click this and click install. It will say install for you. I already have it installed, so it says uninstall. And we can close VS Code for now. Like in our browser, we want to download RenPy. We're just going to download the latest version of RenPy. If you're watching this video in the future, this number here will probably be different. It will probably be a little higher, but that's okay. You can just go ahead and download this one and download the exe version. We can run this. It's a self-extracting file. So you want to click the three dots here and choose the folder that you created on your desktop, the DDLC modding one. Click extract. And if you go back to your folder, you can see a RenPy SDK folder appeared here. You can go ahead and open it and click renpy.exe. You can choose your language. I'm just going to use English. And this is the RenPy interface. What we need to do here is click on Preferences. And in the projects directory, click here and choose the projects folder that you created, DDLC modding projects. In the text editor, you set it to Visual Studio Code System. You can click return, and for now we can close RenPy. Next, we want to download a version of the original DDLC game. You can go to ddlc.mo, go here to download now. No thanks, just take me to the downloads and click DDLC Windows download. Now here we want to go to the downloads folder or click this little folder here, and we want to copy this or cut it to our folder, DDLC modding folder here, and we want to extract this. Here I'm going to use 7-zip because it's what I prefer, but if you want you can use WinRAR or you can use the Windows extractor. You just need to unzip this folder. And for now it's going to stay there. Finally, we want to download Bronius Rand DDLC mod template. As the name suggests, it's a template for modding. It saves us a lot of the work of the installation. You just want to scroll down a little bit until you see here download template. And on the top one, if you're watching this in the future, again, there might be a new version here. But of the top version, you want to download the one that says DDLC mod template / some numbers -py3.zip. Not the extras, not the one that doesn't say py3, this one specifically. Again, you want to copy or cut this into your DDLC modding folder. And you want to extract it. With this done, now we can actually create a project. How we're going to do this is we are going to copy the template, the entire folder of the template. We're just going to create a new copy inside our projects folder. And we are going to rename it to the name of our mod. In this case, I'm just going to call it tutorial, but you will call it whatever your mod is going to be named. Then you go into your DDLC-win folder, inside again, game, and you want to copy audio, fonts, and images. These three files, you want to copy all three of them, go back into your projects, into your folder, into game, and paste the three RPA files here. Again, audio, fonts, and images. Now we can just go back into the RenPy folder, open renpy.exe, and we can see our tutorial project here. You can see there's two tutorial projects here, but these two on the bottom come with RenPy. These are not mine, you don't need to worry about them. The ones on the top are yours. You're just going to click the name of your project and click launch project. And you have a working copy of DDLC. It's just saying this because I'm recording. This probably won't appear to you. And as you can see, we have the working game, but we can go into the code and change it. You can see that if we go into the game, it's going to say you don't have any story, which we are going to fix later. But this is working. I'm just going to give you two tips now. The first one is how do we get to our code? The easiest way, in my opinion, is to click your project. In this bunch of links here, you want to click the one that says base, right click on the folder, not on the file, on the folder, and click open with code. This is one of those two options I told you to click when you are installing VS Code. And this is going to open all the files inside that folder right here on the left. For example, we can see our options or app UI file, which has a bunch of options related to the game, and so on and so on. And this is, I think, the easiest way to open our code. The second tip I want to give you is the best place for you to take any problems that you encounter. This is going to be a very basic tutorial, so it's not going to cover everything. So if you have any problems or if you have something you want to implement that you don't know how to do, the best place to go is our Discord channel. I'm going to put an invite link to the Discord in the description as well. And in our server, you have this channel here called Mod Help. Here you can post any questions you have about modding, anything that you don't know how to do in the code or an error that you're getting, you can post it here, and usually you can get an answer in a few minutes, either from me or from Wolfie. Lots of people help here. Feel free to hang around in the other channels if you want to talk to the rest of the community. But if you want to get help specifically with coding, this channel here, Mod Help, is the place to go. And so that will be all for today. We are ready to code. We have everything that you need. As I said, in episode 2, we are going to start coding our story. So I'll see you there.